Okay. So, now we're going to talk about favorites, highlights, favorite places, favorite memories of each of your parents, favorite
son.
whatever things come up, favorite son.
One in the sky.
Nice. Good.
Well, had that coming.
My favorite places. Surprise, Arizona. My favorite place is always where I live at the moment.
That's a surprise.
Well, you know, you gotta learn to be thankful and enjoy what you got.
Yeah,
And,
okay.
right now, what I got is just great. I mean, I got cousins that'll visit every 20 years.
On the money.
And a son that visits every 2 years. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about Mike. No, I do. There's no place when I look back through my life that I say, oh, I'd rather be there than any other place. I mean, for one, I'd be a different age. I mean, Woodcliff Lake was wonderful, the house on top of the hill. But a dumb rooster used to chase me, and I'd climb a ladder to avoid him, until my dad found me on the roof one day, and then he decided he'd take out the lower rung. So, Dad was very, very, very smart about some things. Actually, about everything, really. And that's what I remembered about Dad. He was very giving, very loving, and teaching, always teaching. I mean, camping and stuff like that, he'd teach you know, how to camouflage yourself and how to sneak up on somebody. And, you know, I mean, he was military oriented, and he wanted to make sure we were military oriented and at least knew what to do in bad times. So, yeah. And of course, I've talked about his integrity before. I mean, it was above reproach. Nan was very artistic. She could paint. I have paintings by her in the house right now. She could sing. She was a concert cellist. I think Toscanini was in the Philadelphia Philharmonic Orchestra, or Tchaikovsky, I'm not sure. But she played for him. And she was very creative. She was ahead of her time. She was the secretary to the National Lupus Foundation, and Dad did a lot of things for them. I mean, he bought a copier for her and all this kind of stuff. I mean, both of them were generous to a fault. And I know Dad would take care of relatives that may or may not be direct relatives, and from time to time, and send them money and stuff like that. And he always took good care of us. He managed to find a good place for us to live, some place that we enjoyed, and some place where we were safe, or at least we thought we were safe, you know, and we've never regretted any place we've ever been. And as I said, he was very educational. He wanted to make sure we learned stuff, not just military stuff, but things like courtesy and respect. And you know, you don't say anything. If you can't say something good about somebody, don't say anything. And so I wouldn't say I've learned that as well as I should have, but I do remember it. So, next victim.
Now, how about when you talk about arts and how artistic your mother was, what kind of artistic or creative ability did she pass to you, and do you enjoy?
Nothing.
Well, I know you sang.
Well, yeah, I sing, and I do enjoy singing. I love singing choral music and singing in the choir. And I've sung barbershop with my 3 sons, and I've sung in various choral groups. And I was president for one time of the Grand Singers in over Sun City Grand, until I had to drop out because I was consulting at the time, and all of a sudden I had a 17-week contract, and I just couldn't refuse. So, and didn't mean killing anybody, it was just with a firm that needed help with quality systems and food safety systems. Yeah, and then she taught me to play the piano. I did learn to play the piano, but I don't play it well, and I don't ever enjoy playing it in front of anybody. Singing is a different story, although I prefer not singing solos, because if I'm not singing a solo and I make a mistake, I can always point to the other guy. She taught me to play the cello. I played the cello in high school, Mount Vernon High School. We had a band. And after we left Mount Vernon High School, I don't think I played it anymore. I just didn't really enjoy that much. So I enjoy listening to music. I love of classical music. In Washington D.C., she'd take us to the Watergate, which at that time had nothing to do with a political issue. It was a barge that was parked next to the steps, and you'd go down there and you'd sit on the steps for free and listen to opera. And I think they did just about every kind of opera you can think of except Aida, and on that one the cast was too big to fit on the barge. So, and she always had classical music playing. That's not to say I don't enjoy other music. I do enjoy almost everything except I don't like hard rock. I don't like what they rap, which they call music. I don't agree that that's music.